Hey everybody, Sarah here from Gamiac.com. Here we are today back in another Crab's Treasure using the dev menu to grab all of the story-related achievements. Do keep in mind the dev menu is only going to be available in version 1.0.17.0, so this may or may not be patched out in the future. Nonetheless, if you happen to be on this specific version, make sure you get to the main menu. We're going to go to Preset Files. This is going to give you a bunch of game saves that are going to be pre-made for you. The one we're going to want to pick is going to be Trash Island, which is going to be in the column that's going to be furthest to the right. So make sure you pick it right here, and then once you select that, it's going to put you right before the final boss fight. Loading in from this save should get you an achievement right as soon as you get to the loading screen. It's going to be The Hunt Begins for 15 gamer score. So once you are actually in the game and in control of your character, what you want to do is you want to make sure you hit the start button to open up the pause screen. You can hit left bumper to get access to the debug menu. This is going to give you access to cheats that are going to be a big help in terms of getting the achievements. So we're going to be taking advantage of anything that's going to be useful to us. We're going to start out by heading to the middle column. You want to make sure you click on Give All Adaptations, and then you want to make sure you click on Modify Skills. This is going to bring you to the skills menu. You're going to want to upgrade the thing in the middle, which is going to be the Shelliportation. Once you have that, you're going to get some text. Just make sure you breeze through that. It's basically going to tell you what the upgrade is going to be about. You can ignore all that stuff, obviously. Once you are back in control, we're going to bring up the pause menu and then hit left bumper to go back to the debug menu. Once you are here, we're going to go to the right column. You want to make sure you click on Discover and Ensure All Shells. That's going to give you access to all of the shells. Then we're going to go down to the Shell Select, and we're going to go over to the second page and give ourselves a weapon in the form of the gun. And then to wrap things up, we're going to go to the left column, and we're going to set God Mode to Enabled. So now that we are ready, we're going to load back into the game. We're going to use our God Mode powers to do one big flying jump over to the island and then start the cutscene that's going to introduce the final boss. Once that's over, you're going to start the actual boss fight. You're going to want to try to kill him using the gun, so make sure you hold the X button to fire. If you can manage to hit him, it's going to be a one-hit kill. You have God Mode on, so don't worry about being killed yourself, but if you can manage to kill him with a gun, you should be good for this achievement right here. Now, as the boss is loading into their second form, you should be good for a slew of achievements along the way. These are going to be pretty much all of the story-related bosses, save for a couple of exceptions. So while the achievements are unlocking, you're going to start the second phase of the final boss fight. Feel free to work on this while the achievements are unlocking in the background. The second phase of the final boss should go down in a single hit because once again, we do have God Mode on. So once you are through that sea of achievements, we're going to pick up the final boss's shell, which is going to start the closing cutscene right here. You should get an achievement for defeating the final boss right here as well, and then once that wraps up, we're going to then head into the epilogue. So once your character wakes up, you're going to basically want to head down this final street, and then catch up on all of the story shenanigans. So make sure you try to keep an eye out for those if you want to, but the most important thing is making sure you get to the end where there's going to be this NPC in the form of a prawn. The prawn is going to be wearing the shell that you started the game with. What you want to do is want to make sure you talk to them and then get through that final conversation. And then once you have control of your character, what you're going to need to do is you need to make sure you use a melee attack to take out the prawn. That's going to cause it to drop its shell, which you then want to pick up in order to wrap up the game and get to the end credits. We should also be good for the Beat the Game achievement right here in the form of finishing what I started for 100 gamer score. That's going to immediately take you to the end credits. Feel free to skip through these. That's going to kick us back to the main menu. We should be good for all of the story-related achievements with the exception of a single boss fight that's going to require us to get back into the game. So make sure you choose continue. That's going to put you at the spot you just left off at, which is going to be right before you take the shell back from the prawn. Make sure you hit the start button and then the left bumper to get back to the debug menu. You're going to want to click on open debug Shellport menu. This is going to allow you to fast travel anywhere in the game. We're going to choose the Flotsam Vale and then choose Company Town, which is going to put you at this location where the missing boss fight is going to be. So once you have loaded into this location, we're going to need to get to the general vicinity of the boss. So from this cliffside right here, we're going to use our God mode fly, and we're going to fly all the way across. You're going to want to head southeast if you're using the compass to navigate. There's going to be the giant mailbox in the background for a reference, but you want to make sure you land at the bottom of the cliff face where that mailbox is. Once we have landed, we're going to need to head a little closer, so make sure you turn and then go left up the cliffside. We're going to stop at about this point right here. Make sure you press the start button, left bumper to go back to the debug menu. Make sure you click on kill nearby enemies. That's going to kill everything within your vicinity, including the boss for the boss fight that we still need for that missing achievement, which should also unlock it. And that should be it for all of the story-related achievements. So that's going to be how you get them all super duper quick with the dev menu. And that's all there is to it.